So I want to kick this one off with a story called The Garlic and the Ham, and it starts like this. So one day a boy asked his dad for a dog, and the dad said, okay, if you look after it, you can get a dog, no worries. So they ended up getting a dog. One day when the dad was out at work, the dog got ticks. It got really sick, it got ticks, and the boy started to absolutely panic. He said, I have to look after this dog. My dad's going to, get me in trouble. I'm going to feel really bad, and maybe we'll have to get rid of the dog because I haven't been able to look after it. So what the boy did is he went to his grandmother and said, Grandma, the dog's got ticks. What do I do? She said, give it garlic. That'll get rid of the ticks. So the boy said, okay, that's unusual. That's strange, but let's give it a go. So he gave the dog garlic, or at least he offered it garlic. And of course, garlic being garlic, the dog said absolutely no way. Did not work. He did not end up eating the garlic. So the boy went back to his grandma and said, Grandma, the dog didn't want the garlic. It wasn't going to eat it. And she said, no, you can't just give a dog garlic. It's not going to eat it. It's never going to work. You have to wrap it in ham first. Okay, so what the boy did, grabbed some ham from the fridge, wrapped the garlic in the ham, offered it to the dog, and the dog absolutely snapped it up, absolutely devoured it. And within a matter of hours, the ticks were gone and the dog was saved, right? It's day saved. So the moral of that story is around us as e-commerce businesses, as e-commerce marketers, and how we market our business, right? You don't give your audience or your prospective customers the garlic, right? What they need, okay? You give them the ham, what they want, right? So this is another way or another analogy of saying, sell the benefits, not the features. But people still get this mixed up. People are still trying to say what they are and why they're better quality, why they're better than X, Y, Z, why they're talking about this organic and this vegan and this, cruelty free. And I get that. But the markets that we're in are so bastardized. People are so numb to these features. People are almost surprised if they're not. Like you're probably better off being the anti-Good Samaritan when it comes to your business. So please don't ever say, oh, but our quality is so good, because everybody says it. And to be fair, there's a lot of quality products out there. There's a lot of non-quality products, but I can tell you the way that they sell is not through saying that they're bad quality or they're good quality. They sell by giving people the ham, right? So let me give you an example of a fashion brand, okay? They talk about sustainable fabrics and, not using sweatshops and all this stuff that is great. It is fantastic. It is what a customer would probably look favorably upon, let's call it that, and get pleasure in knowing. But it's a very small percentage that would buy for those exact reasons. So that's what they need, but you have to give them what they want. So instead of talking about that, you talk about how it makes them feel. Light up a room as soon as you walk in. When it talks about slow fashion, it's like vintage never goes out of fashion type thing, right? You can really experiment with what this actually means to you and your brand. And one tip I actually gave my Blueprint community, my paid community, is you can actually use this in ChatGPT. So I actually told them, I said, copy and paste that story that I just told you at the beginning, the garlic and the ham, and say, how does this relate to, or can you relate this to my product or my brand? Go. And it will give you the differences of the garlic and the ham in terms of this is the features, these are the benefits, this is what I would say on top of this. This is what matters, this is what doesn't, this is what is important to people. So as I say, you can now, with that knowledge, identify what you're seeing as a consumer, and obviously look at your marketing really closely. Are you talking about your features and this is good and this is great and look how good we are in a disproportionate amount than what's good for the customer? Really just ask yourself those questions and be really hard on yourself, because if something's not working within your business, it's likely a disconnect with your marketing message, which is exactly what I'm talking about. It's the counterpoint of the effort that you're putting in with your marketing, organically or paid, right? We talk about our marketing triangle quite a lot. It's either you're paid, you're organic, or your database efforts, and how people are meeting with your assets. So meaning your website, your social pages too, and what people are getting from that messaging and marketing. Okay. If they feel it's actually beneficial for them. Are they just seeing another brand that says best quality, this, organic, this, vegan, this? Or are they saying, best, feel the best you ever have, right? For a cold pressed juice cleansing program, which is what Karmic does, the brand I co-founded that does multi-millions a year these days. It's not about the organic juice, the organic vegetables. Yes, as I say, that's cool. People want to know that. It's like a prerequisite. It's lose 5 kilos in 2 days. Feel your best, freshen up, reduce bloating. That's so low on the totem pole about what's in it. as I say, of course, they want it to be quality, and they'll look at that secondary to their desired result. So have a think about this. As I say, use ChatGPT. That's a great resource that I've recommended my clients use, and relate it to your brand. But just be really conscious and aware with everything that you do that you're selling and leading with the ham and not the garlic, right? This is where people, as I say, just get caught in this trap of saying same, and falling on deaf ears. So if you can review your marketing, your messaging, your assets, you'll be way better off immediately with some actual exciting marketing and something exciting to talk about. Really relatable stuff that your customers and potential customers can resonate with. So that's what I just wanted to share. I want to share that story because it's so important. I see it all over the place. You'll be in the top 10% of marketers if you can get this right. Because so many people I see, 9 out of 10 people I see are doing it wrong. So this is how you win. This is how the best of the best marketers position themselves and how they can sell as much as they like, basically. It's the best of the best. So I wanted to share that with you. If you want to know how we help e-commerce businesses grow and scale their first 10, 20, 50K months, you can click on the link below and have a look at what we do. Have a chat if it sounds like, if it's of interest to you. But other than that, I appreciate you watching till the end here. If you liked it, please give it a like. Please give me a subscribe. I'm always creating value like this in e-commerce, little tips like this video today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.